Hey, subscribers! You know what time it is? Review time! Cue the music!
I'm Peter Varcott.
And I'm Kyle Fletcher, and we make music.
We're trying to come up with that one hook, that one melody that gets stuck in your head and won't let go.
We write, record, and submit dozens of ideas. But the truth is, most won't make it. But it only takes one.
And we're going to write that one.
It comes and goes. Everybody knows. Life, it comes and goes. Everybody knows. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. It comes and goes.
So, right. Yay! For those who don't know or haven't watched this segment before, tell them what this is all about.
Peter writes these songs. He pours his blood, sweat, and tears into these songs. And then we submit them through a company called Taxi, who sends out these listings. And they dissect them and tear them apart. And sometimes they just throw them right back in our faces. Sometimes they forward them on to the legend of the music supervisor. So now we're going to read the reviews that we got back.
Most of the time they say that they are not very good, or that they have problems with them, or that they suck, or that's the way I read them.
The thing is, they have a very, very specific lead they send out. It's very specific. And we don't write for the lead. We write a song and then find the song that fits the lead.
Sometimes I do, but I fail pretty miserably when I try to do that. So I don't try to do that as much.
You know, we get our forwards. We're still waiting on those.
So this is one of those songs that I wrote that had nothing to do with the lead. So I just wrote it. And it's Dashboard Jesus. We had an episode about that last week.
We even made a video.
Yeah, a video. So this one actually got forwarded, which is great because I didn't really write it for a specific lead, but we submitted it to a lead that it seemed like it would work for, and it did. So the review is...
You should explain the yes and no and reviews.
The what?
Well, some of the reviews, the listing will say, this song will not get a review, it's just a yes or no basis, but they always give you a little something. Sometimes the reviews are pretty long-winded.
Yeah, and actually, most of the time when you do get a forward, you don't get any kind of feedback. It just simply forwarded. The feedback is it got forwarded, so obviously it was good enough. But this one, we actually got a very short sentence, and it simply says, dig it, forward.
That was for a video game, wasn't it?
That was for a video game, yep.
So it's sitting on someone's desk somewhere. Let me see that one.
Okay, so this one here, let's go with that one first.
All right. All right, here's another one, and this is also...
Well, this is a rejection.
This is not a full critique, but it's a yes or no basis.
But they didn't like it, they sent it back. And this is why.
Well, they put return, and they put stylistically, music and other was the reason. So here's what they said. Music track slows on the CH, not sure what that means, and after the tempo changes to half-speed feel. Certainly not edgy and driving enough to work for a high-speed, no-holds-barred, danger-fueled car chase scene that the song would be featured in.
So if you go back and listen to the song, or listen to it on SoundCloud,
it's about a high-speed, no-holds-barred.
Yeah, I mean that was the whole idea of this song in the first place. It was about a guy driving a race car and exploding and dying.
And the previous forward was for a video game that was Grand Theft Audio style of really fast driving music.
Exactly.
And that one was dig it.
So that's kind of curious. Okay, so this one didn't like it because they said it wasn't fast or edgy enough, right? So go on to the third one here, because the third one says this track is too fast and too powerful for this channel. So I don't know what to make of that. I mean they are different listings. They're different listings, and more than likely,
I can agree with that one. The other one. It might be too fast. It's a pretty driving song, but it kind of makes me wonder about the other one stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're completely different. They are different listings, but the other thing to keep in mind is that there's other different people listening to these as well. So it's not the same person.
And they're not all for the same company either.
No.
And they know more about the listing than they let you know too.
So I think the point of this whole thing is that you got one song that it gets forwarded, you feel pretty good about it, and then it gets rejected because it wasn't right for this reason, and then you get another rejection and it wasn't right for the absolute opposite reason. So is there any rhyme or reason to this? I'm not entirely sure, but we keep trying, and sometimes we get forwarded and sometimes we don't. We wanted to share the fact that we actually got one forwarded, which is a plus for us. But
It's not our first forward.
It is a little frustrating. No, it's not our first one, but it's the first one that we've talked about during the review section. So,
But
we don't want to be all Debbie Downer.
and this is one of the songs that we're taking to the Taxi convention
Yes, it is.
because it's a good song.
That's right.
And it's rock. We're bringing the rock CD. We're focusing on one genre. We're going rock. Then we're gonna have another genre in the back pocket.
Right.
So-
The company that we submit to Taxi is having their annual road rally this weekend in Los Angeles, California. We're heading down there to take part in this seminar.
So if you're in LA, you should go to the Westin at LAX and come to the bar between Thursday and Sunday and buy us drinks.
Right.
We're gonna
Say,
hit 'em.
hey, Hit Chasers, I would love to buy you a drink.
And we will drink that.
Because
drink.
we'll be at the bar all day long. No, we're not. We need to
Oh, no.
some of those classes and
Oh, yeah,
stuff
but the
to learn
classes
how to
end at
write
4.
songs. And
Classes end at 4.
we need to find this this guy here. What's his name? ID number 374. 374. I'm looking for you, man. I'm looking for you because you forwarded our song. Good job, man.
They won't-
374.
They won't tell you the numbers.
374. However, 132. I'm a little confused. 132. So these guys, the reviewers, they only go by number. They don't tell you their name, which for obvious reasons. They don't want you contacting them like we're
Crying.
crying. So they only go by number, so you never know who they are. But these people are going to be at the convention.
They're teaching some of the classes. They're some of the mentors, too.
So I'm going to have lots of questions. So if you see us at the Taxi convention, please come up and say hello. Say, hey, Hit Chaser. Hey, Peter and Kyle. Love your show. Watch it all the time.
We'll be back next week after the convention.
New episodes, new songs, and we'll have a full episode devoted to the convention. I don't know what's going to be on it. Probably just our reactions to the classes and things that we were at. Lots of drinking, maybe. Until next time, Hit Chaser signing off. Please subscribe, tell your friends, like.